In this video, I'm going to reveal the 15-65-20 system, the framework the wealthiest 1% actually uses to manage money every single month. And by the end, you will have a clear structure for every dollar you earn. Stop for just a second and be real with yourself. Have you ever reached the end of the month, opened your banking app, stared at that number and thought, what happened? Where did all of it actually go? You showed up, you put in the work, the money came in, and somehow it just evaporated, like it was never really there. If that sounds familiar, I need you to know something important. You are not bad with money. You were just never taught how to manage it properly. Not in school, not at home. Most of us were handed a paycheck and told to figure it out. And we did, but usually the hard way. Here is the truth that changes everything. The gap between people who build real lasting wealth and people who stay stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle has almost nothing to do with how much they earn. It has everything to do with how they manage what they already have. That is the game. And today we are going to teach you exactly how to play it. Welcome to Worth Flow. It is called the 15-65-20 system. 3 numbers, 1 powerful structure. And here's what I love about it. It works at any income level. Whether you make $30,000 a year or $300,000, this applies to you. So let us get into it right now. Let us start with the most important number in the entire system, 15%. This is the first thing that happens to every dollar you earn, before anything else. And it has 2 very specific jobs. Get these right, and you are already ahead of the vast majority of people out there. The first job is your emergency fund. Now I know that does not sound like the most exciting thing in the world, but stay with me, because this one thing is literally the difference between a rough patch and a full-blown financial disaster. Your emergency fund is your buffer, your safety net, the thing that stands between you and life when life decides to get messy. And it will. Medical bills, a car that breaks down at the worst possible moment, a job situation that does not work out. When those things hit, you want every ounce of your energy focused on solving the problem, not lying awake wondering how on earth you're going to pay for it. Here is how you build it. Start small and build momentum. Your first goal is to save enough to cover just 1 month of your essential expenses. Not your full lifestyle, just the basics. Rent, food, utilities, getting to work. Hit that milestone, celebrate it, then keep going until you reach 3 to 6 months of those same costs, sitting safe in a dedicated account. And this is critical. That account is not for a sale you spotted online. It is not for a spontaneous weekend trip. It is your financial foundation. It stays untouched unless there is a genuine emergency. Non-negotiable. Now, once that foundation is locked in, the second job of your 15% kicks in, and this is where things get genuinely exciting. This is where you start investing, because when you invest early and consistently, the results over time are remarkable. The math of investing rewards patience more than almost anything else, and the single most important decision you can make is simply to start now rather than later. So where do you actually put this money? 2 starting points you should not skip. First, if your employer offers a retirement plan with matching contributions, use it and maximize that match before you do anything else. When your employer matches your contributions, they are handing you free money. There is no investment in the world with a better guaranteed return than that. Do not walk away from it. Second, open a tax-advantaged account. In the US, that is a Roth IRA. In the UK, it is an ISA. These accounts allow your investments to grow completely tax-free. No tax on dividends, no tax on gains. You pay your taxes upfront once, and from that point on, your money grows without interference. That is a massive long-term advantage that most people never take advantage of. And when it comes to what you invest in, keep it beautifully simple. Passive index funds that track the overall stock market. They spread your money across hundreds of companies at once. They carry very low fees, and over time, they consistently outperform most actively managed alternatives. The strategy is this: set it up, automate the contributions, and then leave it completely alone. Do not watch it every day. Do not panic when the market dips. Just let your money do its quiet, extraordinary work. Part 2. The middle 65%. Control your essentials. Alright, now let us talk about the biggest number in the system, 65%. This is the bucket that covers your essential living expenses. And understanding this category, really understanding it, can genuinely transform how your money behaves every month. Your 65% covers the non-negotiables. Rent or your mortgage. Groceries, the actual basics, not the premium delivery service you signed up for last year. Utility bills, electricity, water, gas. and transportation, whether that is your car, public transit, or whatever gets you where you need to be. These are your essentials, and 65% is your firm ceiling. Not a suggestion, a ceiling. Now here is where I need you to pay close attention, because this is the thing that quietly destroys most people's financial progress. It is called lifestyle inflation, and it works like this. Your income goes up, so you move into a nicer apartment. Then you upgrade the car because you can afford it now. Then a few new subscriptions appear, the grocery store gets a little fancier, and before you even notice, your essential expenses have crept up to 80 or even 90% of your income. Your savings have vanished, your investing has been pushed to next month, and next month never comes. The 65% limit is not there to make your life smaller, it is there to protect your future. Because when your essentials push past that line, the money has to come from somewhere, and almost every single time, it comes directly from the 15% that was supposed to be building your wealth. That is the trade most people never see coming. So here's what you actually do about it. Audit your two biggest expense categories, housing and transportation. This is where the real leverage is hiding. Can you negotiate a better rent deal? Is there a cheaper commuting option that works for your life? Could you refinance? Even cutting $50 or $100 a month off a major fixed cost frees up money that, when invested consistently, compounds into something genuinely significant. The small stuff matters, but the big fixed costs are where the real game is played. Part 3, the final 20%. Spend it, enjoy it. You earned it. Note, the blank paragraphs in this section were removed. The bridge paragraph connecting the enjoyment concept to the practical examples was rewritten to flow without the 1% reference that was deleted. Okay, now for the part that surprises almost everybody watching a personal finance video. The final 20% of your income, I want you to spend it on yourself, fully, intentionally, and without a single drop of guilt. This is your enjoyment budget, your life satisfaction fund. And it is not optional, it is built into the system on purpose. I know that feels counterintuitive. You opened this video to learn how to save more and spend less, not to hear someone tell you to spend freely. But here's the reality. Budgets that leave zero room for enjoyment do not work. Not for most people, not long term. When every single dollar is locked down and there's nothing to look forward to, most people burn out, give up, and blow the whole plan in a single weekend. And that outcome is far worse than spending 20% with intention. Research consistently shows that people who allow themselves some financial flexibility are far more likely to stick to their long-term plan. The most successful savers and investors are not the ones who eliminated all enjoyment from their lives. They are the ones who gave enjoyment a dedicated, guilt-free place in their budget from the very start. So what does your 20% actually look like? Maybe it is a genuinely great dinner once a month, a trip you have been putting off for way too long, that thing sitting in your cart online that you keep talking yourself out of, a concert, a weekend away, a hobby that makes you feel completely alive. Whatever genuinely lights you up, that is exactly where this money goes. You earned it. The important stuff is already handled. Now go enjoy what is left, and enjoy it without apology. Think of this 20% as an investment in yourself, in your energy, in your motivation, in your ability to stay consistent for the long haul. Because the person who builds real wealth over 10 or 20 years is not the person who suffered through every single month of it. It is the person who built something sustainable from the beginning, something that had real life built into it. All right, let us land this clean. The 15-65-20 system, 3 buckets, 1 clear structure. Let me walk you through it one final time. 15% goes to savings and investing. First, build your emergency fund, 1 month of essential expenses to start. Then push it to 3 to 6 months. Once that foundation is solid, start investing in tax-advantaged accounts using low-cost index funds. Automate it. Leave it alone. Let time do the rest. 65% covers your essential living expenses, housing, food, utilities, transportation. This is your firm ceiling, not a suggestion. Watch for lifestyle inflation, audit your biggest fixed costs regularly, and protect this number like your financial future depends on it. Because it does. And 20% is yours to spend. On experiences, on things that genuinely make you happy, on actually living your life. No guilt, no hesitation. You planned for it, you earned it, enjoy every dollar of it. Here's the bottom line, and I want you to really take this in. Building wealth is not reserved for people who earn a lot. Some of the highest earners you will ever meet are quietly broke because they never learned to manage what they had. And some of the most financially free people in the world built that freedom on a modest income simply by being deeply intentional with every dollar that passed through their hands. The 15-65-20 system is not complicated. You do not need a finance degree. You do not need a massive salary. You do not need 40 tabs open in a spreadsheet. You need one thing, the decision to start. Not next month. Not when things settle down. Right now, with exactly what you have. If this video gave you even one thing to think about differently, do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to hear it. A friend who is stressed about money. A family member just getting started. Anyone who has ever felt like their finances are slightly out of their control. The right information at the right moment changes lives, and that is exactly what Worthflow is here to do. Very soon we are going deep on index funds, what they actually are, how to pick the right one for you, and why they are hands down the best investment vehicle available to everyday people right now. You do not want to miss it. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video. This is Worthflow. Let us keep building.